Good morning. Happy Monday. No, it's Tuesday. What am I saying happy Monday for? So I'm just going to wait 2 minutes just for people to get in. But for those that are here, just make sure that you've got at least one cushion. And then if anybody has any knee injuries, perhaps you want to grab a blanket to just cushion the surface, or we could do the trick of doubling up the mat just to give your knees that extra cushion. So 15 minutes past. I'm just going to wait 1 more minute for a few people to come in. There we go. Good morning. I know it's 1:15 now, guys, but I'm just still going to wait. Just a couple. So for those that have just come in, if you have any knee injuries, just make sure that you have a blanket if you're on hard surface, or if you do have a yoga mat, we can double it up whenever we are on our knees. But just make sure that you've got at least one cushion as well for today's practice. Cool, guys, so I'm just going to wait about 30 more seconds, just to be precise. Just in case. Giving you time to get your equipment if you need to as well. Cool. Well, I only start talking to begin with anyway, so if anybody else pops in, they won't miss the practice. So yes, good morning everyone. Happy Tuesday, not Monday, as I said. Welcome to the last session of the 4-week yoga course, hosted by Venetrix and taught by me, Emily from Moksha Movement. Thank you so much for having me, Venetrix. If any of you are there this morning, I've loved teaching it. And for those that have been to the previous classes, I hope you've seen the benefits from each class and how good it is to just wake up in the morning, move your body, and ignite positivity, preparing you for your working day and for the rest of your week. So this last class is dedicated, and the theme is about resilience. So resilience meaning knowing how to cope in spite of setbacks, barriers, and limited resources. So how we can relate this to yoga is yoga teaches us to build a resilience towards fear, anger, worry, anxiety, and many other negative emotions. So when difficulties arise and you feel like that you've fallen down, resilience is the strength that builds us back up and gets us back on our feet again. So throughout this practice this morning, notice in each posture, when you've gained that sense of resilience and also an authority over those negative emotions. And for this morning, just feel like that you've escaped and you find tranquility amongst all of this madness that is going on in the world at the moment. Focus on yourself, and you'll really see the difference for the rest of your day as well, starting it off like this. Cool, so we'll start with a meditation, which allows us to just bring our awareness and our attention towards the mat and this practice. And then we'll come on to our warm-up, and just getting the blood pumping and activating muscles that we will be using. And then we'll come on to a flow sequence with a series of standing and seated postures, ending in Savasana, which is a laying down meditation, and then with some positive affirmations that allow us to think freely and positively about ourselves. Cool, so let's begin. Staying in a cross-legged position if you all are there already. So the main goal in this Sukhasana position is that we don't feel any tension anywhere in our hips and our back is aligned. So if you can feel tension and your knees are higher than your hips and your back is curving, then just grabbing that cushion that I mentioned, or if anybody does have any yoga blocks, then great. And then just slide that underneath the base of your spine. That will help elevate your body off of the mat. Knees will go down lower, and you'll be able to align your spine more and lift the posture up. So palms either facing down or up, wherever you want your energy to flow this morning. And then when you're ready, take a deep inhalation, raising your shoulders up. And then exhale, rolling them back and down, creating that space between the neck and shoulders. And if you haven't already, slowly start to close your eyes. So we'll start with 3 deep breaths, which allows us to connect our breath with our bodies. So everybody taking a deep inhalation through the nose, feeling your stomach expand. And an exhale through the mouth. Each exhale, feeling your shoulders lower each time. So here we go, inhalation through the nose. Feel that gradual build-up of air entering your lungs as they expand. And a deep exhalation. Choice to sigh out as well on the exhale if that feels good for you this morning. And here we go again, one last one. Inhalation, feeling your whole stomach expand. And exhale. And coming to neutralize your breath. So inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. So finding a steady rhythm with your breath. And until it starts to move effortlessly, we're going to take this breath with us throughout the practice. So in meditation practice, we discover that our mind is fundamentally resilient and able to work with challenging situations. So in order to meet these challenges, we have to go beyond our distractions and habitual patterns and see what is really happening in our minds. So we do this by practicing the 2 main aspects of meditation, which are mindfulness and awareness. So when these 2 are skillfully combined, we can experience every moment with a spacious state of mind. So let's start off with awareness. So seeing what is going on without reacting. So aware of your habits, patterns, and your thought process. So try not to judge the thoughts that enter your mind. Just bring your awareness towards it. And that makes you more present and more of an understanding to what is going on in your mind. So now coming on to mindfulness. So mindfulness allows us to take a step back, observe the mind, and not to identify with it. So as we continue to train and remember to step back and just let whatever is happening happen. And the more you do this, the more the mind begins to relax. So feel as if you are outside observing this thought pattern. And the more you observe your thoughts, the more that they float away. So we'll just take a few more breaths here in this meditation. So take in a deep inhalation and exhale. And then really slowly, in your own time, start to reintroduce yourself back to the light. Nice, guys. So we're going to stay in this Sukhasana position for our warm-up. So if you have that block or that cushion underneath the base of the spine, just keeping it there for now and readjusting if you need to out of that meditation. And we're going to take an inhalation, raising our both arms up. So we want to focus on keeping our arms straight here and pull the shoulders down to begin with. So we're going to take an inhalation and raising the both shoulders up close by the ears, and then exhale, rolling it back and down, creating that space between the neck and the shoulders. So again, taking that deep inhalation and exhale. On the exhale, keeping the arms as straight as possible. And here we go, inhalation and exhale. So we're finding our alignment here, our posture. So keep going, moving with that breath. And when you really pull the shoulders back and down, you can feel in your shoulder blades where your shoulders need to be. So we're giving our body that muscle memory from the get-go. And an exhale, let's just do one last one. Inhalation, really pull them up close towards the ears. And then exhale, pulling them back and down, and release the arms for a moment, just giving them a shake. And we're going to create circular motions with our arms now. So taking an inhale, connecting the hands at the front, flexing the wrists. And then on the exhale, we're going to roll the arms back and round. So full circle motion, inhalation at the front. And then exhale, back and round. So keep going at your own speed. So if you could feel that your knees are coming up and your back is slouching every time you pull your arms forward, then you may just need to create smaller circles within your arms here. So we want to just be moving our rotator cuff and our arms. We don't want to move any other part of our body. So if that is happening, just create smaller circles there. So really opening your chest when you pull the arms back, lifting the chin up diagonally, and keep that steady rhythm of your breath going. And we'll do one last one, going back, and then we're going to switch to coming round. So this time we're going to take an inhale, back and round, and on the exhale is when we connect our hands at the front. Inhale, up and round, and exhale. So we're improving our full range of movement in our shoulder here. We're getting a shoulder blade stretch and a chest stretch. Couldn't say it then, a chest stretch. So keep going. We're going to do one last one. Inhalation and exhale, release. So now we're going to come into something called rock the cradle. So we're going to lift our right leg up, and we want our right knee to be going out towards the side. So really try and open that hip as much as possible. So now, using our left arm, we're going to hug around the foot and grab onto our shin and our calf here with our right, so we have our left hand. And with our right arm, we're going to hug around the knee. And if you can, clasp the fingers together. If not, just grabbing onto your right knee here. So you want to feel this nice stretch within the glutes, and then just take a gentle rock from side to side with your leg here, aiming to keep that foot flexed as well. So if you could feel that you're curving the back and your shoulders are rolling forward, then just lowering the legs slightly. It doesn't need to be right towards your chest. Just really still thinking about your alignment and your posture. So by rocking as well, we're targeting all the muscles within our glutes and our hips here, all of that adductor region. So keeping the breath going. And then from here, coming back to center, and we're going to extend the leg out in front of us and bring that left foot to touch towards the inner right thigh, and then taking an inhale, and then we're going to exhale, forward fold over that leg. So aiming to keep both hips center. If your left hip is opening up, then you may need to just adjust that leg a little further forward. And keep your steady breath going, feeling your hamstrings lengthen here. And then taking an inhalation, exhale, release. And let's switch over legs. So coming into a half bound with your right leg this time. And we're going to lift up the left. So again, left knee going out towards the side, flexing the foot. Right arm hugging around the foot, gripping on towards our calf and our shin. Starting to feel that nice glute stretch. And then bringing that left arm round as well to help connect. And then if you're in that full cradle position, you can start to rock. Or again, if you could feel that your posture is curving, then just lowering the legs slightly, and you can use this left hand to come on towards the knee and then shake your leg from side to side here. So activating the glutes here, waking up the hips as well, feeling full ease throughout the lower half of our body. And then taking an inhale and exhale, coming back to center. And then we're going to extend that left leg forward, and we're going to find that Janu Sasana, that hamstring stretch. So exhale. And again, thinking about both hips being central, flexing that foot back. And then from here, taking an inhale, raising your both arms up, and exhale, release. So we're going to transition to all fours now. So stacking your hands underneath your shoulders, your wrists and your shoulders in line with each other. And we're going to take a few cat-cows here, warming up the spine. So go inhale, dropping the abdomen down towards the mat, opening the chest, gazing forward for cow. Exhale, doing the complete opposite, contracting the stomach, rolling the shoulders forward, finding that cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale. Inhalation. And exhale. So going at your own pace here. This is first thing in the morning, so you're just waking the muscles up. You're releasing toxins from the sleep. And you're inviting movement in your body. So especially if you're sat down all day, working hard at your desk, and you know, sometimes if you're busy, it's hard to find times to be able to move your body. So take full advantage of this practice today, and knowing that it's going to make your body feel nice and limbered. So then coming back to central, and we're just going to create freedom of movement within our bodies here. So you can shake from side to side. You could do a few more cat-cows if that feels good. Just listening to your body. What does it need? And just feeling that movement within our bodies. So now we're going to extend that left leg back and coming into a straight line with your back. So no higher. And if it's a little lower, that's okay. But just trying to keep it in line here. So you can either just work on the leg, or if you want to work on your balance, and you can bring your right arm out as well. And we're going to take an inhale, connecting the knee towards the chest and the elbow. Taking an exhale, release. Inhalation. And exhale, release. And again, inhale. And exhale, we're just going to take one last one. Inhalation. And exhale, release. And coming back to all fours. Reset, and we'll come towards the other side now. So exhale, extending that right leg back. And again, just keeping it with the leg, or you can bring out the left arm as well to work on that balance. And let's go again. Inhalation, connecting the elbow with the knee and the knee to chest. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, try not to arch your back. You're literally just going out into a straight line here. Inhalation and exhale. Let's do one last one. So inhale and exhale. Release. And now this time we're going to take an inhale, peeling our right arm up, opening our chest. And then exhale, we're going to thread that right arm underneath the left, lowering the body on our right shoulder here. And we're coming into thread in the needle. So we're opening up our shoulder blades, creating a nice stretch. You have a choice to extend that left arm out in front of you if you want to feel the stretch in your left shoulder as well. Or you can just keep it propped up next to you there. As long as you can feel that stretch happening within your shoulder blades and creating that mild twist within the body. And pushing with your left hand, bringing your body back to center. And now let's come on towards the other side. So inhale, peeling your left arm up this time, opening up the chest. And then exhale, threading it underneath the right, lowering your body on your left shoulder. And again, choice to extend that right arm out, or you can bring it close towards the body again. And we're working on opening our shoulder blades. And then inhale, using your right hand to support you, to bring you up. We're going to tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, and we're going to find our first downward facing dog. So paddling out the heels here, if that feels good for you. Everybody roll the shoulders back and down together. Release the heels and you can bend your knees slightly. It's not about aiming to lower those heels down. It's about finding the technique within this position. So if you can feel your weight is further on your hands, then you may need to just rock back and lift the tailbone up slightly and bend the knees. And then being able to put the heels down comes over time. So keep breathing in this downward facing dog. As we're going to do a few throughout the practice today. So now gaze into your hands at the top of the mat and taking as many steps as you'd like or need to join our hands. And we're just going to hang here for a moment. So you can bend your knees if you'd like, or you can straighten them. You can grab onto your elbows and swing from side to side. So literally feel like your upper half of your body is like a rag doll. Lose your head, hold no tension. And then we're just activating and waking up our hamstrings here. Remembering to use your breath as well. And then releasing the arms from the elbows if that's where they are. And vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly start to roll up the spine. allowing your head to be the last thing that comes up here. And we're going to bring our hands towards our hips and we're going to warm up the ankles. So we're going to work on our balance as well. If you need to find a wall, then grabbing onto that now. We're going to take an inhale, raising up, straightening the legs, and exhale, release. Inhale, coming up on towards our toes. Exhale, release. Engaging your abdomen, helping with your stability here, and your glutes, activate them. Exhale, release. Let's do a few more. Inhalation. Exhale, release. Inhalation. And exhale. And let's do one last one. Inhale. And exhale, release. So choice to either bring your arms down either side of you, or you can bring them up into prayer position in front of your heart center. And everybody, for a brief moment, just close your eyes. So really enjoy for the rest of this practice, moving your body. Enjoy creating mobility and moving through meditation. Still noticing when you find that resilience and build that resilience towards those negative emotions, telling yourself that you can, and imagine how good that your body and your mind is going to feel after this. So let's have a positive practice, igniting positivity and enjoying the rest of our day. So taking an exhale, lowering the arms if they're not already, and we're going to find our Samasthiti here. So engaging all the muscles within our legs, broadening the chest, lifting the chin up. This is standing pose Samasthiti. So everybody taking an inhale, raising your both arms up. Exhale, we're going to swan dive forward, leading with the chest, finding a forward fold. So choice of knees bent or straight. Inhale, creating a half lift, hands to shins, gazing forward. Exhale, planting the palms down, stepping back into a high plank. So choice, you can lower your knees to floor and then chin and chest, or you can work on a full Chaturanga Dandasana, going in a straight line without lowering the body, and you're going to swim through to an upward facing dog, hips off the ground, or choice to lower the forearms down, coming into a Sphinx. Exhale, everybody push up, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up, finding our downward facing dog. Using your Ujjayi breaths here. So that was a sun salutation A. Creating that heat and energy within our bodies. So gaze to your hands at the top of the mat. And let's just take a step to join them. Exhale, forward fold, knees bent or straight. Inhalation, raising your both arms up. Exhale, finding that Samasthiti. So let's do that again. Inhalation, raising your both arms up. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your chest. And then finding that forward fold, knees bent or straight. Inhalation, half lift, hands to shins, flat back, gazing forward. Exhale, planting the palms down, finding that high plank, and again, knees to floor, or you could come to that full Chaturanga. Inhale, everybody swim to either a Sphinx or an upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, finding that downward facing dog. And know for any time throughout the practice that child's pose is an option. So for those that don't know, you can connect your feet at the back and knees out towards the side of the mat and rocking the hips back. And this is a child's pose. So a really good resting position when anything feels too strenuous or you need to neutralize your breath. So gaze into your hands at the top of the mat, either taking a step Or you can take a little hop to join your hands. Exhale, forward fold. Inhalation, raising your both arms up. And exhale, finding that Samasthiti. So we're going to go again, readjusting, resetting. And inhalation, raising your both arms up. Exhale, swan dive forward, leading with your chest, coming into that forward fold. Inhalation, half lift, hands to shins, gazing forward. Exhale, planting the palms down, stepping into a high plank, and you can go knees to floor or full press. Inhalation, upward facing dog or sphinx. Exhale, downward facing dog. So now we're going to shift forward, coming back into that high plank. So rocking forward. And choice to lower the forearms down towards the floor as well. So we're going to work on a bit of strength here. So taking an exhale, going forward, your shoulders going over your wrists. And then inhale, coming back. Exhale, rocking forward, building that strength within the shoulders. Inhalation. Let's do one last one. Build that resilience. You've got this. Exhale, and then pushing the hips up, finding that downward facing dog. Or choice to come down to child's pose. So you're releasing endorphins within your body, reducing stiffness and pain, and also enhancing your mood. That's the beauty of releasing endorphins. So everybody inhale, gaze into your hands at the top of the mat. You can take a step to join them. And then exhalation, forward fold. Inhale, raising the both arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti. So just adjusting the body, circle the arms back, giving it a bit of a shake if you feel it needs to. And let's come on to the next sequence. So taking an inhale, raising your both arms up. And from here, we're going to exhale, coming into a forward fold, and we're going to pause here. So we want to feel like our chest is going towards the legs and not our head. We want to keep going in a straight line here. So again, choice to keep the knees bent, or you can keep them straight. Your hands can be on your shins, your ankles, or they can be touching the mat here, just depending on flexibility. So we're just going to work on elongating our hamstrings. And again, especially if you are sat down throughout your day, your hamstrings tend to get really tight. So we're just working on that elongation here. So choice to stay here, or our right hand can grip on the outside of our left ankle, and we're going to peel that left arm up, coming into a nice twist. So really trying to bring that left shoulder back and down. And if you feel your arm over your head, trying to bring it directly on top. And feel your chest opening, creating that twist within the body. And then exhale, release. Let's come to the other side. So left hand on the outside of the right ankle this time. Peeling the right arm up, opening the chest on this side. So we're getting that nice hamstring and also a twist within our spine. So we're lowering tension and compression within our lower back here. And then exhale, release. And then vertebrae by vertebrae, we're going to slowly roll up the spine. And then taking a deep inhalation, raising your both arms up. And then I'm going to face you, but stay facing the top of your mat. We're going to exhale, bringing the arms into a cactus shape here. So we're going to work on the rotation of our upper body. So taking an exhale and rotating towards the right hand side. So you're broadening your chest. You want to keep both hips facing the front. If your left hip is trying to come with you, then you may need to adjust slightly. And then inhale, coming back to center. Everybody, inhale, lifting up and out of the body. And then exhale, taking that twist. So we're literally moving just the upper half of our body. Doing that again. Inhalation, coming back to center. Exhale, twisting towards the right. And again, coming back to center. Really still think about broadening that chest, engaging your shoulder blades. Exhale, let's come towards the left-hand side for our last twist. And then exhale, center, releasing the hands. So now we're going to work on some balancing. So take an inhale, lifting your left knee up. Using your right hand to grab towards the outside of that left knee. Really pulling up your right leg, engaging your abdomen. And you can work and stay here if you know that you need to work on your balance. Or you can amplify this and challenge yourself by bringing that left arm back and creating a slight twist within the body here. So keep breathing, open up the chest again. And then exhale, coming back towards the center, and everybody lower that left leg. Coming towards the other side, so lifting up the right. Thinking about that left leg engaged and strong. Our left hand is going to come towards the outside of the right knee this time. And pausing here if you want to work on your balance. Or if you want to challenge yourself, peeling that right arm back this time and gazing towards it, creating that slight twist within the body. Inhale and exhale, coming back to center and release. Finding our Samasthiti again. And we're going to come into a sun salutation. So everybody, inhale, raising your both arms up. Exhale, forward fold, leading with the chest. And again, bent or straight legs. And perhaps observing how your hamstrings are feeling now to how they felt at the beginning of the class. So taking that inhale and coming up to that half lift, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, planting the palms down, stepping into a high plank. Choice, knees to floor or finding that full chaturanga. Inhalation, upward facing dog or sphinx. Exhale, lifting the hips up, finding that downward facing dog. So from here, taking an inhale, raising your right leg up into three-legged dog. We're going to rock forward and bringing that right leg in between your hands, planting that left knee, untucking the toes, and we're coming into a lunge here. So we want to think about our right leg being in a nice 90-degree angle. If your knee is further than your toes, then just bring that a little further out and take an inhale, raising your both arms up. Feeling that nice stretch along your left hip ligament. Take an exhale, bringing both arms towards the side here. And then we're going to start to twist around towards the right, trying to gaze towards your right hand. But again, keeping both hips facing the front. If they're trying to come with you and your body is distorting here, then you may just need to come back slightly, making sure that both hips are facing the front of your mat. Open up your chest and then exhale, coming back to center. Above your head, interlock your hands, pull your shoulders down, but pull the body up and out. And we're going to start to tilt over towards the right-hand side here. So you're going to feel a really nice stretch in this lateral bend, starting from your hip, going all the way up the left-hand side of the body. A nice deep stretch, working on that spine mobility. Nearly there. Taking an inhale, coming back to center. Framing that right foot, tucking the left toes under, and we're going to push back into our downward facing dog. Again, choice to find that child's pose. And let's come towards the other side. So relaxing any tension within your face as well. Send those good messages up towards the brain. Let's lift our left leg up and we're going to rock forward, bring it in between both hands, lowering down that right knee and tucking the toes. Again, think about this left leg, sorry. If your knee is going further than your toes, then adjusting it forward, working on our placements. Inhalation, lifting your both arms up. So exhale, lowering both arms to shoulder level. And this time we're going to twist round, gazing over our left arm. Shoulders down, broadening the chest. And if you feel like your body will allow you to, then creating that deeper lunge, feeling it in your right hip ligament. Remembering your breath. Exhale, coming back to the front, lifting both arms up, interlocking the hands above the head, pulling up and out of the body as we tilt towards the left-hand side this time. Bringing that right shoulder back. Nice. We're stretching out our intercostal muscles within our rib cage as well. Inhale, coming back to center, framing that left foot, tucking the right toes under. We're going to push back to find our downward facing dog. We just got one more standing sequence before we come on towards the floor. So tell yourself that you can. And again, remember how good your mind and body is going to feel after this class. So from here, taking an inhale, raising your right leg up. Exhale, bringing it forward. And we're going to find a warrior one. So for those that are new to warrior one, our left foot is going to be in a 45-degree angle behind us here. We're going to bend down on our right knee and we want both hips facing the front. If that left hip is opening out, then you may need to adjust that left leg towards the side of the mat more, allowing you to bring it forward. Arms above the head, lunging down on that right leg, shoulders down. This is your warrior one. Exhale, adjusting that left leg, opening up. We're finding a warrior two here. So our left hip wants to be back and lunging down deep on that right leg. This is your warrior two. Externally rotating both hips out. Your right knee wants to be going over your second toe. So think about pulling it back if it's rolling forward. This is warrior two. So exhale, extending that right leg. And we're going to take a rib isolation, reaching towards our right hand and right leg. And we're going to bring the left arm over the head and we're coming into a position called Trikonasana. So here we want to think about our left hip pulling back and our left shoulder opening up. You want your body to be going in a straight line. You don't want to be curving towards your leg. So really elongate towards that right arm. And then bringing it down. Your hands can go towards your shin or it can go down towards your foot, depending on flexibility. And this is called a Trikonasana. So feeling a nice stretch within the hips here. And exhale, coming back to center, lunging down, finding that warrior two. We're nearly there. We're building up a lot of strength within our hips and legs this morning. Inhale, straightening that right leg. Internally rotating the right toes, externally rotating the left, finding that warrior two on the other side. And then exhale, cartwheeling, framing your left foot, and we're going to push back into our downward facing dog. Finding your breath. We're going to do one last side here. So this time, inhale, raising your left leg up. Pulling it forward and let's find our warrior one on this side. So again, thinking about the alignment and the techniques. Right foot is in a 45-degree angle, lunging down on that left leg, finding your warrior one. Exhale, adjusting that right leg back, coming towards the center of the mat as we find our warrior two on this left side. So again, thinking about pulling that right hip back, lunging down on that left. And then inhale, let's straighten that left leg. And we're going to come into that rib isolation, reaching towards the left this time, thinking about that right hip coming back as we start to fold over towards that left leg. Peeling open the right shoulder, choice hand to shin or ankle. And think about your tailbone tucking under as you externally rotate both hips. And there you'll be able to come into that right alignment for Trikonasana. And then taking an inhalation, finding your warrior two for the last time. Tell yourself that you can, and you will. And take that inhale, straightening that left leg, turning in the left toes, turning the right toes out, finding your warrior two on the other side. And taking as many steps as you'd like, or you can challenge yourself by lunging deeper and just taking one step to join your right leg, coming into that Samasthiti. So we're going to find a balancing position before we transition down to the floor, and it's coming into a pose called tree pose. So if you want to find a wall or a chair to help with your balancing, if you know you need extra support. If not, let's shift our weight on towards our right leg. So pull your right kneecap up, your calf, your hamstring, and your quad. And we're going to turn out this left knee. So the left knee is going out towards the side of the room. Choice to just bring that foot down towards the ankle. Or you can come into full tree pose, lifting that left foot so it places on your right inner thigh. And then if you feel stable, bringing your hands into prayer position. So again, tucking and engaging your glutes. And let's focus on being still. Balanced body is one step towards a balanced mind. So find that stillness amongst all this madness. And take a deep inhale and exhale, release. And let's come towards the other side. So this time shifting the weight on our left leg. And again, peeling that right knee out towards the side, just coming towards your ankle. Or you can find that full tree pose by bringing it towards your left inner thigh here. And then lifting your hands into prayer position. Make sure that right knee goes out towards the side, really engaging your glutes. And let's work on that stillness. Keeping your breath flowing. And then take an inhale and exhale, release. So let's come towards the top of the mat as we transition down to the floor. So finding your Samasthiti for the last time for this session. And then everybody taking an inhale, raising your both arms up. Taking an exhale as you come into your forward fold, knees bent or straight. And taking an inhale, finding that half lift. And exhale, stepping back into that high plank. Choice to bring your knees to floor, or you can find that full Chaturanga Dandasana. This is our last vinyasa. So taking an inhale, coming up to upward facing dog. And exhale, finding downward facing dog. And from here, lifting the heels up, bending the knees. And we're going to untuck the toes, coming into high knees here. So we're coming into a position called camel pose. So if anybody has any back injuries, then we're going to bring our hands towards our lower back here to help protect. Everybody broaden the chest out. And we're going to lift up and out of the body and feel like as if you're going up and over a wall instead of just going back. So we're going to pull up, lifting up, and start to rock back, pushing the hips slightly forward and gazing diagonally up. So if you feel secure here and you feel flexible within the back, then you can lower your hands all the way down to your heels here, peeling the chest further. Try not to lose the head, just lifting it up, looking diagonally. This is your camel pose. So taking that inhale and exhale. And for this next inhalation, trying to engage the abdomen to pull yourself up. And we're going to rock forward and find a nice counter stretch here. So curving the back, finding that cat stretch. And now everybody rock the hips back, sitting on the heels, walking the hands forward, finding our child's pose. So choice to lower the chin down, or you can lower your forehead down, or you can just gaze towards your hands here. And let's start to bring the heart rate down, incorporating relaxation. So we're resetting ourselves for the day today. And knowing that we're in control of our emotions, of those negative emotions. And finding that tranquility amongst what could be a stressful day at work. And finding that peace and relaxation. So now exhale, and we're going to rock forward and we're going to come to laying on our stomachs here. So bringing your left hand close towards the body with that left elbow going up towards the ceiling. And we're going to extend our right arm out towards the side and shoulder level. So make sure it's directly towards the side of the body so we can protect our shoulder here. So our left hand is going to push our body up and round. So using it to come to rolling on towards the right-hand side of the body here, bringing both knees together as you start to feel a nice stretch along the right-hand side of our chest and the shoulder. So gazing over towards your left shoulder, and you can extend the right leg down towards the end of the mat and place the left sole of the foot on the floor if you feel that your body allows you to do that. And this is called open wing. So again, if you're used to sitting at your laptop and you neglect your posture, then I highly recommend using this open wing stretch, stretching out our chest and improving our posture. So taking a deep inhale and exhale, using your left hand to support you as you slowly rock towards the center again. And let's find the other side. So this time, right hand is close towards the side of the body, extending the left arm out towards the side, shoulder level. Using our right hand to push the body up and round, coming to laying on our left hand side of the body, modification knees together. Or if you have the flexibility, extending that left leg out towards the bottom of the mat, placing the right sole of the foot on the floor, gazing over your right shoulder. And enjoy this invigorating sensation of stretching out your chest. So taking a deep inhalation. And exhale, rolling on towards your stomach. And let's push back, finding a final child's pose here. And we're going to maneuver to come into laying on our backs. So rocking forward, crossing the legs behind us. And then slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling down the spine. Bringing your knees towards your chest and just rotating the knees round in a circle as you massage your lower back on the floor here. So we're going to come into our last laying meditation. So again, think of it as a battery reset. Relaxing all the muscles that we have used today. as it's so important to wind down and lower the heart rate before restarting again. So from here, start to extend your legs down towards the end of the mat, allowing your knees to fall out towards the side, bringing either arm down to the side of the body, palms either facing up or down, just making sure that your shoulders are lowered and they're not by your ears. And everybody take a deep inhalation. And on this exhale, melt towards the mat and start to close your eyes. So listening to the rhythm of your breath. Taking a scan of the body here. Breathing into any aches, any discomfort. And relaxing all those muscles that we have just used. Relaxing any tension within the jaw, within the tongue, around the eyes, our forehead. Whenever we feel stressed, we hold a lot of tension within our forehead and around our eyes. So whenever you feel that tension, it will literally just take 10 seconds out of your day to just take a deep inhale and exhale, completely release that tension, allowing you to de-stress. So now starting to wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes, introduce movement back into your bodies. We're going to come to our cross-legged position. So keeping your eyes closed, roll on towards the right-hand side of your body into a fetal position. And really slowly, no sudden movements, use your left hand to push your body up and come in to find that cross-legged position. So we're going to end with some positive affirmations. So repeating each line back in your own mind or out loud. I have the power to pick myself up again. I have the power to pick myself up again. I let go of what weighs me down. I let go of what weighs me down. As I deserve the life I want. As I deserve the life I want. So everybody taking a deep inhale and exhale. And then really slowly, in your own time, start to open your eyes. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to this last session of the 4-week yoga course. If anybody is interested and has enjoyed my yoga classes, I teach weekly online classes. So I do a similar class to this vinyasa or a yin yoga class as well, and meditation classes. So if anybody is interested, I'm going to drop the website in this chat now, and you'll be able to find all the information on that website, and you'll be able to book onto the classes. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon. There we go. That's the website there. So if anybody wants to click on that to find more classes online, my classes are for all levels, and it will be on Zoom, where I incorporate music as well. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ellie. Thank you, guys. Have a lovely day. And any questions, please feel free to ask me as well. Has everybody got that website just before? Thank you, Ellie. I just don't want to click it off just in case anybody wants that. All right, I'm going to end the stream now. So thank you, guys. Have a good day.